Chiamaka Nnadozie is one of the most exciting goalkeepers in world football today. At just 24 years of age, she has already established herself as the undisputed number one for Nigeria's Super Falcons and earned a place among the very best in Europe. But away from the saves, the reflexes, and the commanding presence in goal, there is a young woman whose story goes far deeper than football. That is what came to light when she sat down with Versus as part of their Nothing Off the Table series. In this conversation, Nnadozie did not hold back. She opened up about her struggles, her dreams, her loneliness, her faith, and her sense of responsibility as a Nigerian footballer abroad. For many fans who only see her on the pitch, this was the first real glimpse into her personal journey, and it was both powerful and emotional. Born on the 8th of December 2000, Chiamaka started her football journey in Nigeria, rising through the ranks to become one of the youngest goalkeepers ever to feature at the FIFA Women's World Cup in 2019. Her performance at that tournament announced her to the world, and it was only a matter of time before European clubs came calling. She made the big move to France with Paris FC, and after cementing her reputation there, she recently joined Brighton in the English Women's Super League. To many, this looked like the dream life, moving from Nigeria to Europe, playing in top leagues, and representing her country at the highest level. But as Chiamaka revealed in the interview, the reality of this journey is much more complicated. She admitted that life in Europe is not always glamorous. Behind the big saves and the cheers of fans lies a world of isolation. Nnadozie revealed that she often cries because of how difficult it is to be away from home and her family. She said plainly, "I cry almost every day since I joined Brighton. It is not easy to be away from my family." These words struck a chord with so many because it reminded us that athletes are not immune to the struggles of life. People often assume that because footballers earn good money and live in big cities, everything is perfect. But Chiamaka was honest enough to tell the truth. Loneliness is real, the pressure is real, and the emotions cannot be hidden forever. Her honesty is what made this interview so powerful. It broke away from the usual cliches of athletes saying everything is fine. Instead, Nnadozie was willing to admit her vulnerabilities. She explained that moving from Nigeria to Europe brought not just a change in football, but a massive change in culture, language, food, and lifestyle. The adjustment has been tough, and even though she is grateful for the opportunities, it has come at the cost of comfort and closeness to the people she loves most. But she does not let these struggles stop her. In the interview, she spoke about her faith and how it keeps her going. She revealed that prayer, spiritual grounding, and staying connected with her family even from afar give her the strength to carry on. It is this balance of faith and family that keeps her steady, even on days when she feels like breaking down. Her support system back home in Nigeria continues to remind her why she started this journey in the first place, and she draws courage from knowing that her sacrifices today will inspire a generation tomorrow. That sense of responsibility is something Chiamaka carries with pride. She knows that she is not just representing herself when she plays in Europe, she is carrying the flag of Nigeria in the hopes of African girls who want to become footballers. In the interview, she stressed that she wants to be a door opener. She wants young girls back home to look at her and believe that it is possible. Her success in Europe should not be a once-in-a-lifetime story, but a path that others can also walk. That is why she works so hard and pushes through the tough days, because she understands that her journey is bigger than her own life. Of course, she also has her personal ambitions. Nnadozie made it clear that she wants to win trophies, both at club and international level. She dreams of lifting silverware with Brighton and the Super Falcons. But beyond medals, her deepest goal is to leave a legacy. She wants to be remembered as not just a great goalkeeper, but as someone who changed the story for Nigerian footballers abroad. She wants to show that it is possible to leave home, face challenges, overcome them, and still rise to the top. This is why her section of the Nothing Off the Table series resonated so much. It was not just about football, it was about life. Chiamaka spoke about the pressures that come with being in the spotlight, the expectations of being a Super Falcon star, and the silent battles that fans never see. She reminded everyone that behind the gloves is a human being who feels, who struggles, who sometimes breaks down, but who still gets up every day to keep fighting. That is the heart of her story. Res was not just about football, it was about life. Chiamaka spoke about the pressures that come with being in the spotlight, the expectations of being a super Falcon star, and the silent battles that fans never see. She reminded everyone that behind the gloves is a human being who feels, who struggles, who sometimes breaks down, but who still gets up every day to keep fighting. That is the heart of her story, resilience in the face of difficulty. Fans who watched the interview praised her courage. Many said they were inspired by her vulnerability. In a world where athletes often feel pressured to appear perfect, Nnadozie's honesty was refreshing. It also sparked conversations about mental health in sports, especially among African players. Too often, these issues are hidden or ignored. By speaking up, Chiamaka showed that it is okay to admit you are struggling. That message alone is worth as much as any trophy. Her words will continue to echo as her career progresses. Today, she is already one of the finest goalkeepers in Africa and one of the most promising in world football. Tomorrow, she could become one of the greatest to ever play the game. But no matter how many saves she makes or how many titles she wins, her courage to speak out in this interview will remain an important part of her legacy. It was a reminder that there should truly be nothing off the table when it comes to telling the truth about what athletes go through. Chiamaka Nnadozie's interview with Versus was not just a conversation, it was a revelation. It pulled back the curtain on the human side of a football star and allowed fans to connect with her in a deeper way. It showed us that her journey is not just about football, but about sacrifice, faith, responsibility, and hope. And most importantly, it showed us that she is not afraid to speak her truth. In the end, that is what makes her not just a great goalkeeper, but a great role model for millions around the world.